Nick here from TechNuovo and welcome back to the channel. About a year ago, AirPulse sent over their A80 bookshelf speakers to look at and I was impressed. Now they've sent over the A100s, so you'd imagine it would be a step up or perhaps not. Let's run through it. Out of the box, what a fantastic looking pair of speakers, a simple and elegant design, a good size and weight to them as well, a glossy white finish with black horn and woofer, no grille, and it just looks really good. You can get them in other colors too, a glossy black or red, and I've not seen those in the flesh, but I think the white finish is the best. The speakers are constructed from 18mm MDF and then they are finished in a glossy piano lacquer. Although I've not seen inside, AirPulse are stating the inside of the speaker is fully lined with that spongy acoustic foam to help performance. Each speaker comes in at 160mm wide, 283 high and 255 deep, and they weigh just over 13 kilograms each. To the front of the speaker at the top there is a horn loaded ribbon tweeter, which includes an aluminium ribbon diaphragm. Below that is the 5-inch mid-woofer, which at the center includes an aluminium alloy cone, which is a nice touch and adds to that premium build quality. To the right speaker only, a small display at the very bottom, which shows which source you're on and also includes the infrared sensor for the remote. To the rear of the speaker is a glossy black base port, and it's also worth noting each speaker sits on 4 rubber feet. The right speaker is the master, the left its slave, so the amplifier, controls and inputs are all on the right speaker. Inputs include 2 RCA inputs labelled aux or PC and a USB port for another PC connection, optical port, and it also has Bluetooth 5.0. There is also a sub-out option if you wanted to make this a 2.1 system. There are 3 rotary knobs as well, volume and source selection, plus bass and treble control. Lastly, the speakers come complete with an array of cables in the box to get you started. These include RCA to RCA, RCA to 3.5mm jack, optical, USB speaker cable to link right to left, and the power lead. The speaker cable is roughly 3 meters in length, which should be enough to have a good separation on your desk or bookshelf. Also in the box are the remote control and 2 little foam angled stands. The foam stands are a really nice touch that you usually have to pay extra for. Sit them on your desk, put the speakers on top, and not only does it help reduce vibration on your desk, but the angles the speakers up slightly towards your ears. Specification wise, the speakers include a digital amplifier with a XMOS processor. The power amplification part is built with 2 pieces of TAS 5754 Class D amplifier from Texas Instruments. This component is one of a handful of Class D amplifiers in the market which combines high input sample rate support and high output PWM carrier frequency. The frequency range is from 52 Hz to 40 kHz. Signal noise ratio is equal to or greater than 90 dBA, and the power output is 50 watts per speaker. Audio performance for me was great from start to finish. Whatever song or type of genre I listened to, it was an all-round pleasure to use these. Out of the box, punchy, vibrant and versatile. When adjusting the bass and treble, I was able to improve the sound to better suit the genre I was listening to or to generally just how I like to listen to the song. I listen to a lot of rock music. Polyphia are on rotation at the moment. They have a heavy sound, no vocals in their songs at all, just lots of guitar riffs and funky drums. In that instance, I added a little bit to the bass and then probably double the amount on the treble. Not huge increments on the knob, just subtle tweaks improved the performance. I listened to some country music as well, some old school hip hop, which really took advantage of that 5-inch woofer, all of which was great. Volume wise, more than loud enough to fill your home, and although I used them at about mid volume for the majority of the time, very pleasant, and at high volume, potential there to annoy your neighbors. There are times when I review things and I just think, I love it, this is a great piece of kit, and I keep using that product over and over again. This was one of those times. Using the speakers is very straightforward. You're provided with a small remote control, making it easy to power on off the speakers, plus volume control and changing the source. That can also be done via the knobs on the back of the speaker, plus you've got the rotary controls for bass and treble as well, but that's a little more awkward as you have to get behind the right speaker. For me, I would set the treble and bass, then put the speaker in position and use just the remote control. The position is important, and while on my desk, the foam stands helped with the direction of sound towards my head and the vibration transfer through my desk as well. So what's the difference between the A80s and the A100s? Price-wise, the A80s retail at $599 here in the UK, while the A100s retail at $659. Although some retailers differ, and I found both online for $599, so you could say the price is the same if you shop around. Spec-wise, it's the same amplifier, same frequency range, same input, same output, same 18mm MDF construction, same horn-loaded tweeter, and the only technical difference I can see is a slightly larger woofer on the A100s, which is 5-inch woofer over the 4.5-inch within the A80s. With that larger woofer comes a larger speaker casing as well and increased weight. Without having the A80s here with me, as I had them on loan last time, I can't compare the performance between them, although I remember enjoying the A80s too. That being said, if the price is the same or near to, and you can accommodate the slightly larger speaker size, I would go for the A100s and get that larger woofer for the increased bass. So there we have it. They were the AirPulse A100s, and I thoroughly enjoyed using them. AirPulse do a range of active speakers. They have the A200s and 300s as well that I've not yet checked out, but it might be worth you looking into. That's a wrap on this video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to see more from us in the future, then hit that subscribe button and all our future videos will pop up in your feed.